No one really knows who uploaded the video. Some say it appeared late one Friday night, around 2:43 a.m., on an anonymous TikTok account that had 0 followers and no profile picture. The username was nothing but a string of random letters and numbers, something like @x_34s1q. At first, no one cared. Videos like that appear all the time. But the strange part was what happened after people started watching it. The clip was only 11 seconds long. It started with what looked like an empty room, lit by a dim yellow bulb that flickered slightly. In the background, there was a sound, soft, almost like humming. Not music, not a voice, but something in between. And then, for just half a second, something flashed across the screen, a distorted figure, almost human, but not quite. Its face was blurred, stretched unnaturally wide, like someone screaming in slow motion. The caption under the video simply read, "Don't blink." At first, it seemed like a harmless attempt at a creepy trend. People duetted it, laughed at it, made reaction videos. One user said the distortion filter was insane. Another said it made them dizzy. But then something began to happen, something TikTok had never seen before. Within 24 hours, hundreds of accounts went silent. No new posts, no messages, no comments. Their profiles were still there, but it was like the people behind them had just vanished. The usernames remained, but their bios were wiped clean. No profile photos, no videos, nothing. Only the word "watching" appeared in their bio sections, written in lowercase. A few users who hadn't disappeared started to piece things together. They noticed that every single missing user had interacted with that same 11-second clip. People began calling it the Blink video. And then, almost overnight, the hashtag #theblinkvideo exploded. Everyone wanted to see it for themselves. The video's engagement skyrocketed. Within 48 hours, it had over 10 million views. But something was off. The comment section didn't make sense. Instead of normal comments, it was filled with fragments of words, random timestamps, and strings of numbers. One comment read, 3:17, she's behind you. Another said, count backwards from 7 if you hear it. Then TikTok moderators started taking the video down. But every time they removed it, it reappeared on another account, identical in every way, same caption, same upload time, even the same glitch patterns. No one could explain how it kept reappearing. A popular streamer named Alex Rowan decided to investigate. He made a video analyzing the clip frame by frame, slowing it down to 0.25 speed. He pointed out that in the last frame, for just a fraction of a second, a set of coordinates flashed in the corner. It read something like 43.0921 degrees north, 78.7556 degrees west. He joked, saying, maybe it's some haunted TikTok challenge. That video was the last thing Alex ever posted. His followers said his stream froze midway through editing. The last frame captured his reflection on the monitor, his eyes wide, mouth slightly open, then static. His account was later deleted, and when people checked his profile, they found one eerie update in his bio. Don't blink. After that, more disappearances followed. Influencers, reaction channels, curious teenagers, and even tech journalists who tried to debunk the story. TikTok's official team denied everything, saying there was no such video on the platform. But screen recordings kept appearing. Some claimed to have downloaded it before it vanished. Soon, people on Reddit began to piece together stories. One user said his cousin watched the clip and started hearing a low humming sound in his house every night after midnight. Another said he woke up to find the same distorted figure from the video standing at the foot of his bed, silent, watching. No one knew if these were just attention-seeking posts or something real. But then, one detail changed everything. A TikTok user named @Lily_Harper posted a video showing the exact same coordinates that appeared in the Blink video. She went there. It turned out to be a small abandoned house near the edge of a forest in upstate New York. The windows were boarded up, but the front door was slightly open. She filmed the outside of the house for less than 30 seconds before whispering, "It's humming inside." The video ended there. Her followers begged her to post part 2. She never did. Within hours, her account was deleted and her phone number stopped working. Her friends reported her missing the next day. From then on, people said the video wasn't just haunted, it was alive. It wasn't something you watched, it was something that watched you. Once it appeared on your feed, it was already too late. A small group of tech experts tried to locate the origin of the upload. They traced it through multiple VPN layers, dark web servers, and private proxies, until all trails pointed to one account, registered years ago to a video editor named Sarah Lynn, who supposedly died in 2016 under strange circumstances. Her old laptop was reportedly found running, with a single file open. Blink, MOV. No one knows who's uploading the video now. Maybe it's just some genius hacker, or maybe it's Sarah herself, still uploading from somewhere no one can trace. But one thing's for sure, if you ever see a video on your feed that starts with a flickering yellow light and the sound of soft humming, scroll past it. Don't watch. Don't blink. The story of the TikTok video didn't start in 2023 like most people think. It actually goes back decades, long before the internet, before social media, even before TikTok existed. Back then, it was known by another name. In the early 1970s, a college student named Sarah Lynn attended the University of Buffalo in New York. She was studying film and media arts, fascinated by how moving images could manipulate human perception. Her professors described her as brilliant but obsessive. Sarah was always experimenting with subliminal visuals, hidden frames, optical illusions, sounds that only certain frequencies could detect. She believed there was a way to trigger emotion without story. Her final thesis project was something she called the blink experiment. She wanted to test if a film could subconsciously make viewers lose sense of time. She recorded a series of short clips. Empty rooms, corridors, reflections, distorted faces. One of her classmates said she spent weeks filming herself in front of mirrors, whispering strange words backward, editing them into the film. When she screened it privately in 1974, only 6 people attended. According to archived reports, the projection malfunctioned midway. 2 students fainted. Another claimed she heard a low humming noise, even after the projector was turned off. The dean reportedly banned Sarah's project from ever being shown again. Within months, she dropped out of college and vanished. Years later, local police discovered an abandoned farmhouse outside of Hinsdale. Yes, the same small upstate region where the cursed coordinates later led people. Inside, they found hundreds of film reels, all labeled Blink with varying dates. Most were unwatchable, warped by time and moisture. But one reel was still intact. Written on the metal case were the words, "If you see me, don't look away." The reel was confiscated and locked away in the university archives. No one knows who digitized it, but sometime around 2016, a copy appeared on a small experimental horror forum. Users reported headaches and nausea after watching. Moderators deleted it within hours. A few months later, Sarah's name resurfaced in an obituary. The report said she was found dead in her apartment, her laptop still open, camera running. There was no sign of struggle. Her cause of death was listed as unexplained cardiac arrest. But the strangest part? The last video recorded on her laptop had no audio, only a dim yellow light flickering in the background, the exact same lighting from the Blink video. Fast forward to 2023, decades later, the first upload on TikTok appeared. Experts believe it wasn't random. They think someone found Sarah's old footage and re-edited it with digital noise and modern glitch effects, releasing it as a creepypasta experiment. But others say the truth is darker, that the video never stopped existing. It just moves from one platform to another, from one device to the next, waiting for new eyes to see it. By the time digital investigators tracked the metadata of the TikTok clip, they noticed something impossible. The original file's timestamp wasn't from 2023, it was dated August 12, 1974. The deeper they looked, the stranger it got. The audio waveform contained hidden data, almost like Morse code, repeating the same sequence of sounds. When slowed down, the hum formed a pattern, a heartbeat. Sarah's heartbeat. Researchers who analyzed the sound reported that the frequency matched a human cardiac rhythm at rest, 72 beats per minute. It was as if the video was alive. Reports began circulating that the video caused physiological changes in those who watched it. dilated pupils, increased pulse, insomnia, and in some cases, auditory hallucinations. One Reddit user documented his experience, saying that after watching the clip 3 times, he started seeing movement in mirrors, not reflections, but delays, like his reflection was lagging behind reality. Then, people started sharing screenshots of messages appearing on their phones out of nowhere. One common message read, "She's awake now." The sender's number was always blank. Meanwhile, the original coordinates became a hotspot for urban explorers. Dozens of thrill seekers traveled to the abandoned farmhouse, filming themselves exploring what they thought was just another internet legend. Most of them never uploaded their footage. The few who did showed the same eerie detail, a faint humming in the background, no matter where they stood. Local authorities have since boarded up the property, but people still claim that if you stand near the fence after midnight, your phone starts glitching, the screen flickers, and the camera app opens by itself. One police report even mentioned an officer's body cam capturing a brief silhouette in the window, resembling a woman in her 20s, with long black hair. Her face, however, was completely blurred like static. Digital forensics experts eventually discovered something horrifying in the TikTok algorithm itself. Apparently, every time someone watched the Blink video, it generated a unique digital fingerprint on their device, a hidden process that caused the app to crash if the clip was ever deleted manually. The video wasn't being hosted on TikTok servers. It was self-replicating. When questioned about it, TikTok's spokesperson claimed there was no such file in their database. But leaked screenshots from a back-end engineer told a different story. The system log showed a file repeatedly attempting to access the app under the same name, Blink, MOV, with a note next to it that read, "Origin unknown." The disappearances have continued. Even now, threads appear every few weeks claiming someone new has gone missing after watching the supposed remake of the video. Some say it's fake, a digital ghost story. Others think it's part of a government psychological experiment gone wrong. But if you scroll deep enough, through old archived pages, through dead Reddit threads and forgotten blogs, you'll find one recurring comment that's been left by the same user since 2016. The username @Slin1974. The comment always says the same thing. "I told you not to blink." Today, no one knows where the video will appear next. Maybe it'll show up on YouTube Shorts, or maybe it's already on your For You page, hidden among harmless clips and dances. One thing's certain, it doesn't stop spreading. Not through shares or likes, but through sight itself. Once you've seen it, it remembers you. So the next time you're scrolling late at night and your screen flickers for just a second, if you hear that soft humming sound, don't try to find it. Don't replay. And whatever you do, don't blink.